you how to put the pattern pieces that I've cut out onto the fabric. So what you see right here is actually my fabric. I've told you that I have to make a black long skirt for choir concerts, and yeah, this is the fabric I bought. It's very soft and light, and yeah, and before I put my pattern pieces onto this fabric, I just want to tell you a little bit about how that works. When you sew, you have to know a little bit about the fabric and certain terms. You can see how I put the fabric on the ground here. It's this is the cutting edge where the fabric has been cut when I bought it, and so these edges right here, these are called selvages, and that just means that it's the finished edge of the fabric. So on this edge, actually no threads are able to come out, and yeah, unlike the cutting edge, you can see right here the threads coming out already. I'm just gonna open up the pattern first. That's the wrong side. Okay. So, first thing you want to do is check on the pattern piece what it says about the amount of pieces you need to cut. And you can see right here, it says cut 2. It says part of piece 5 is the front piece and the back piece of skirt C and D also, but I'm making skirt C, so that's why that is important. So you would cut 2 of these and have the front part of your skirt and the back part of your skirt. The other thing that is important is to know how to actually put the fabric, the pattern piece onto the fabric. You can see there's this arrow right here. It starts right here and goes towards the other end of the pattern piece. So it's basically diagonal. And this arrow, whenever you find an arrow like this on a pattern piece, that means this arrow has to be parallel to the selvage of the fabric, which is this edge that I've shown you before. So to make it parallel, I'm just gonna turn this pattern piece. Move towards the other selvage. That's the other selvage of the fabric on the other side. I'm gonna put my pattern piece right here to the edge. And let's see, so you can see now that the way I put it onto the fabric. You can see here, that's called the grain, and here is the selvage. So both of them are now parallel to each other, and that's the way it's supposed to be with this pattern piece. So always make sure you check that. Alright. So another thing that is important, before you actually put your pattern piece on the fabric, since we need 2 identical pieces of each pattern piece, you can actually go ahead and fold the fabric in half. And in this case, since we are gonna do a bias cut because of the grain line, I've already explained that to you. Since we're doing that, you're gonna put the fabric in half with the cutting edges on top of each other. You can see that here, I've already done that. And I make sure the cutting edges are on top of each other. So it actually creates a fold here on this other end. This is where the fabric is folded. And of course make sure that the selvages are on top of each other, and then before you put your pattern pieces on the fabric, just try to flatten it out so that it's nice and flat, and you won't have any weirdly shaped fabric pieces after the cutting. So, and now you can actually go ahead and pin down the pattern pieces, and just make sure you got them all in the right spot before you start pinning them down. Make sure the fabric is flattened, the pattern piece is flattened. So you're actually good to go. While you're doing it, keep straightening. Just like this. That's the way it should look like. You're done with the first piece. You can do so with other pieces. So this is how I did it. You have selvage right here. And here. Here's the fold of the fabric. And there are the 2 cutting edges on top of each other. The skirt part lies like this. And this part, this is the ruffle I showed you that goes on the bottom of the skirt. And if you're not quite sure how to position the pattern pieces on the fabric, there's always the instructions where you can. So take a look again. You can just check here where it says C skirt. You have those 2 parts, and they show you exactly if the fabric is folded that way, how you can position them next to each other. So what's the best way to cut out this? Okay. since my skirt is going to be longer, I actually, you can already see that right here. I cut the pattern piece so that I can actually go ahead and add as many inches as I need to lengthen it. You can see it here. And you don't want to do that at the very bottom of the skirt, but more like where your hip would be, because if you just lengthen it at the bottom part, you can see it's a slightly flared skirt. And if you just lengthen it at the bottom part, it would flare even more, and you would have more fabric at the bottom. And also the ruffle here, you would have to adjust the size of the ruffle as well. And we don't want that. So this is actually the way you would do it, and very often there are also marks on the pattern pieces where it says lengthen or shorten here, and then you can just go ahead and adjust it to your wishes. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pin these down, and I will show you the cutting of the fabric in my next video. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and